Alright, what's up, guys? So, Rebound had posted this video. I seen this video in my recommendations. I just didn't watch it. I was just like, at some point in time I will watch it, but at the time I didn't. But anyways, so it's times Shaq disrespected NBA players. I was talking about, because in my live stream last night, I was like, we were all talking about like the NBA and all of that, like a bunch of different players, and then somebody had mentioned this video, and I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot about that video. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and check this video out. Let me see what it's all about and things. But anyways, yeah, follow me on Twitch for those wondering. But yeah, subscribe to my channel, show love, support. But also subscribe to Rebound, show them love and support. Do what you can, support the whole channel. But
Twitter
anyways,
beefs,
let's get into this
memes,
video.
diss tracks. Shaq's known to disrespect whoever. Sometimes it got so
I remember
bad,
this.
he ended careers. Shaq and JaVale McGee's beef got pretty bad. Like, Shaq's own mom had to get involved bad. And the drama started on Shaq and a Fool, where JaVale was constantly being used as a punching bag. Shaq and the guys would bash JaVale on air and put his mistakes out there for millions to see.
Oh, post him up, JaVale. Post him up, JaVale. Hold him off. Hold him off.
Bruh, come on now.
Some time went by, JaVale joined the Warriors, and he started playing the best games of his career. But the second he made one mistake, the boys put him on blast again.
JaVale McGee throws down a crazy alley-oop on an invisible mini-hoop out of bounds.
I thought you said JaVale McGee wasn't going to be on anymore.
You did. I said,
Man.
oh, this
Wow, bro.
When
come
JaVale
on.
first saw this, he was ready to square up with Shaq, but being across the country is not an option. So JaVale brought out his Twitter fingers, and he started taking shots at Shaq. JaVale called him out saying, "Shaq, get my nuts out your mouth, and eat a d." That is all. But if you know Shaq, he takes everything personal. Whenever Shaq starts, he finishes. And that's exactly what he tried to do to JaVale's career. Shaq clapped back saying, "Now since you want a good team, you want to act like you a player now. Stop it. You will only be remembered for Shaq and a Fool, bum ass. Don't be acting like you a G. I'll smack the out of your bum ass. You the one that be looking stupid with your dumb ass bum ass." Then JaVale responded with, "You've had these nuts in your mouth for 5 or 6 years now. You thought I was just gonna stay silent? And you already know Shaq had to do him dirty." He literally photoshopped JaVale on a homeless man. And then JaVale's teammate KD had to step in because, well, I mean, he just likes Twitter.
JaVale he works extremely hard. He's coming here and doing so much for us as a player. And he only wants to be respected just like anybody else. And I understand that Shaq works for a company that wants him to do that type of stuff and make fun of players. It's cool and funny, but when you just keep doing it time and time and time again, and then a guy actually disagrees with you, and you threaten them, I ain't no cops that could threaten civilians like that.
And you're tripping if you thought Shaq would be alright with this. As soon as he saw KD's interview, he tweeted out, "Mind your own business. This ain't for you. I understand you're sticking up for your teammate. That's cool. But your boy JaVale is still a bum. He started it. I'ma finish it."
I mean, like, my thing is, though, look, if somebody asked me about this, I would say the same exact thing as KD. Like, I understand, like, this is, like, a comedy aspect from Shaq, but this is, like, fooling around with this man's business. Like, he wants to go out and do stuff, and then people are, like, mentioning. I would imagine that stuff can get to a person's head. Like, my thing is like, imagine if Shaq and the Fool was around when, like, Shaq, or, like, if another player was doing something like that. Maybe there were, or not another player, but just somebody overall was doing some stuff like that to Shaq. He'd be mad. He'd be ready to square up with somebody. So my thing is, like, anybody would be mad in a situation like that, where it's like you're constantly just getting picked on by this one person. It's like, what did I ever do to you? Like, seriously, I ain't never did anything to you. I messed up one time. You just ran with that stuff. So it's like, yeah, bro, it's like, you just gonna have to chill on that. So, dang. I would say, yeah, he is kind of disrespecting JaVale McGee. I'm like, dang, there's no reason for that, Shaq. But anyway.
Things got so bad and went so viral, Shaq's own mom had to get involved.
Dang.
And when that phone rang, Shaq had to draw the line.
Didn't it get out of hand,
No,
Shaq, when
it
your
didn't get out
mom
of hand.
has to step in and his mom is stepping in?
It didn't get out of hand, but my mother is someone who I love and respect, and she told me to stop it and don't bring it up again, so I'm not going to talk about it ever again. His name won't ever come out of my mouth ever again.
Earlier this year, when Shaq took shots at Rudy Gobert, it shocked everyone. But not many people know this beef started over 2 years ago. Back in 2019, Shaq made fun of Rudy for crying after he was snubbed from the All-Star game.
There is no crying in basketball, Rudy. Man up.
I love
Get
that.
some icy hot on your face, Rudy.
Rudy never responded to Shaq, nor have they ever played against each other, so the situation kind of came out of nowhere. Shaq decided the year was too long in between sending some shots, so he started going at him again. When Shaq appeared on the All Things Covered podcast, the topic of Rudy Gobert's contract extension came up. Rudy recently signed a 5-year deal worth $205 million.
Man,
That's the biggest deal for a center in NBA history. He could make $46 million in 2025 alone. That's nearly $20 million more than any season in Shaq's prime. And clearly, Shaq took some offense to this.
Oh yeah, what do you think about that contract?
That's the thing, though. It's like back when me personally, I feel like that back then. It's like I don't know, maybe NBA contracts was like the same way back then, like how it is now. But I just feel like now, like, you know, these teams is like they're making a lot of money from like internet stuff, because I feel like that's like where a lot of them maybe where some of the money comes from. Maybe not all of it, but it's like you got that, and then you got where like stuff is more expensive now, from like jerseys and everything else. So it's like you got like all those, like all that money coming in. It's like, of course they're gonna be getting fat contracts and things. So it's different compared to how it was back then. Because what you sit down and think about it, how much was Jordan's back then? Jordan's was like $125 or $110. Now it's like you got them where they're like $200 some dollars. But I'm just using that as an example. Like, you know, things back then wasn't as expensive like how it is now. So of course, like contracts back then, you know, they wasn't gonna be that big of a deal, but now they are. And so anyways, but it's also like something I feel like when you give out big contracts like that, you know it's gonna cause some buzz, you know it's gonna cause some attention. So there you go. But anyways,
Yeah, Rudy, I mean, he got 200 million, Shaq.
200. I'm not going to hate, but this should be an inspiration to all the little kids out there. If you average 11 points in the NBA, you can get 200 million.
dang.
But Shaq didn't stop there. He went to his Instagram and posted this Photoshop picture of Shaq dunking on Rudy with the caption, "I would have had 45 points, 16 rebounds, 10 missed free throws in 3 quarters. He would have had 11 points, 4 rebounds, and fouled out in 3 quarters. I'm a G." And Rudy tried clapping back, but those tweets didn't end up anywhere.
Wait, what? There is no beef. If people want to keep speaking negative about me and keep discrediting what I do, it's on them, and all that does is show who they are. I would be happy for brother beating the odds. I'm gonna
Shaq,
I think he was just more so just all like, hey, it is what it is, like I don't care. And then, you know, just he's like, man's paid though. So
Damian Lillard's beef got so bad it turned into a rap battle. It all started when Dame showed up on Joe
I
Budden's
was like, they keep showing that commercial, and I'm like, there's a part of me that doesn't want to like that commercial, but then there's another part of me like, you know, hey, it's just that man doing his thing. But I'm like, bro, I'm saying, like, these TV channels, they gotta stop blowing up a commercial. Show it like 5 times and that's it. When you showing it every commercial break on 15 different shows throughout the whole day, bro, y'all gotta chill with that. So that's what I'm like. Now I just turn I turn to Cartoon Networks. I'm like, I don't mind seeing like the, you know, freaking some Batman action figure, and then late at night when it's Adult Swim, then they just showing like weird commercials. But I'm like, bro, they be getting carried away with that stuff.
He was there to promote his upcoming album, but, you know, being an NBA player, Dame was asked how he stacked up to other MCs in sports. And when asked to compare his rap career to Shaq, Dame didn't hold back.
You think you got better music than Shaq?
I think I rap better than Shaq.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
This set up one of the most entertaining beefs
Did they say Shaq, he went, was it gold or platinum? He did, like, he did do well with an album that he released back in the 90s. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, if you ain't never went gold or platinum, I'm saying, like, is it really that good?
Sports history. Shaq heard Dame talk his trash, but instead of calling him out on Instagram, he went ahead and made a diss track.
Now it's time to be disciplined. It's time to pull up that belt and whoop a little ass. Here we go.
Saying things like, take your time to respond, there's no hurry. You'll never be Westbrook, never be Curry. What's in your wallet? American Express or Visa? Talking like you Brian, you ain't even Trevor or Risa.
Dang.
Dame heard this, and you know, like most rappers would do, he came at Shaq even harder, dropping a diss called Rain, Rain, Go Away. You already know Dame took this beat personally, but he knew how great he was, so he wasn't scared to show someone like Shaq his skill. Dropping bars like, he say the GOAT, I come for his body. platinum because he bought all the copies. I filled a tank up with diesel. You jealous of me and I see you. Because on this day, originals just can't f with the sequel. Ooh, the Dame went even crazier saying, it'd be wise to move on, Aristotle, because it's a gimme. All the money in the world, but traded you for penny. Jesus, on fire right now. Oh, I'm sweating. Look, I don't care how great Shaq was in the NBA. This was the one time he couldn't defend himself. Shaq lost this one. Now, when it comes to players beefing with Shaq, no one's safe. Not current players, not legends. Shaq doesn't care. He'll chew you up and spit you out. And as soon as Scottie Pippen took a single shot, Shaq tried to put his career in a hearse. It started in 2015. Shaq put up this picture of the best Lakers and the best Bulls ever. And it was captioned, "We'd beat them by 50. What do you think?" Let me know, don't hold back. And Scottie Pippen saw this post and he felt disrespected, so he responded with a post of his own. This time a pic with him and MJ. Caption, "Sorry Shaq, I don't get caught up in hypotheticals. All I know is we won 6 titles, twice the amount you claim while in LA. Ooh, dang. I don't think Shaq gonna be happy about this one. Yeah, Shaq was mad. That's why he went so reckless at Scottie on the Dan Patrick show.
It was the 5 best Lakers and the 5 best Bulls, and I said we beat them by 50. That's how I feel, and I'm sticking to it. I didn't say, hey, at Scottie Pippen, we'll beat you guys by 50. I just said...
But it's like you posted it. What did you expect? Like, and I have to disagree with that. He ain't no way possible he beating them by 50. It's like, you then might go into, like, overtime, and it'd be lucky to get them, like, by, like, maybe a few points. But you definitely ain't beating them by no 50.
By 50. Now, he made it personal when he said, oh, at Shaq, hey, I don't believe in hypotheticals. So he swung first, so I'm going to swing second, and I'm going to swing last because I don't let bums disrespect me. Yeah, he was a great player.
Why is everybody a bum? Like, bro, like, honestly, it's like, Scottie, like, I could talk all day about Scottie Pippen, but it's like, it's one of those things. It's like, Scottie Pippen ain't no bum. I'm just going to leave it at that.
But I'm the bridge, he's the water. He will always be under me.
But the beef was just getting started. Immediately after this, things on Instagram heated up between the two. Shaq posted the same pic that Scottie had posted, but he photoshopped MJ's face on him and said, "Sorry, Scottie Pippen, I don't believe in hypotheticals either. This guy did most of the work. Remember, I was Batman, you was Robin. I was Puffy, you was Mace." Ooh, and you think it'd be over after that, but Shaq was just living in Scottie's head rent-free. Later that day, Scottie responded one last time with the one thing he had on Shaq, rings, saying, "Game over, Shaq. All that ever mattered to me is winning. We did plenty of that in Chicago." But you know, Shaq always got the last word. He posted Scottie's face, edited onto a fiddle, and said, "The great Michael Jordan got you 6 rings. You'll always be remembered as Mr. Second Fiddle. Second behind him, second behind me. Game ain't over till I say so." Damn, Shaq heard me saying all that. Now, probably the most infamous beef involving Shaq was between him and Dwight Howard. And their situation has been going on for over a decade. Dwight was
like, we were talking, I remember last night we were talking on Magic. Because it was right after the video was brought up down, or it was at some point in time during the stream. It was like, we got to talking about Dwight Howard and Shaq, so.
Dressed up as Superman for the dunk contest, and eventually joined the Lakers. But that's also exactly how Shaq's career went. Drafted to the Magic, joined the Lakers, nicknamed Superman. It's a little weird, Dwight. So Shaq felt Dwight was doing everything to replace his legacy. Now, even though Dwight was a really good player, Shaq didn't give him any credit whatsoever. In 2012, Dwight's stats were better than any big in the league at the time. But Shaq wouldn't let anyone label Dwight as the best.
Dwight Howard is the best big man in the game.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Listen, you need to stop that. You need to let this Superman hatred go.
It ain't got nothing to do with it. It ain't got nothing to do with it. Listen to me. Andrew Bynum is a true big man. Back you down, jump hook. Dwight Howard has 1 or 2 moves on the block. His one move is to run and jump hook, and the other move is to pick and roll, get it slam.
And he's going to get the same number of points. He's a much better defender and a much better rebounder.
I feel like Charles Barkley, he's just only saying that to make him upset. Because I'm like, are they going to be, if there's a part 2 to this, or if this is just like the final and only one, are these two? Because I'm like, bruh, Shaq and Charles Barkley, they done went at it a few times. So I'm like, are they going to be in this?
I tell you what.
But that wasn't it. The Lakers recently signed Dwight for the 2019 season, and when TMZ asked Shaq what he thought about it, well, he said this.
Lakers just signed Dwight Howard. How do you feel about that?
Who?
Dwight Howard.
Shaq's always just been petty when it comes to Dwight. Even during situations where it literally has nothing to do with Dwight at all, Shaq would still bring him up. Like this one time when Kobe did an interview, he claimed that he'd have 12 rings if Shaq hit the gym more, stayed in shape, wasn't lazy, all that. Somehow, that turned into Shaq dissing Dwight. When Shaq first saw this, he responded to Kobe and defended himself. And a lot of people thought it was turning into a beef between those two, but they addressed it on Twitter and claimed there was no beef. And instead, this is where Shaq decided to turn it into a situation about Dwight. This guy said D. White. The beef with these two is just out of hand. Shaq wouldn't even let Dwight celebrate the biggest moment of his career. After the Lakers won the championship, Dwight was posting pictures, videos, and he even gave an emotional speech. But Shaq said this about the guy.
You know what I don't like as a player, though?
What's that?
So a lot of players on their little Instagram bragging like they were the reason they got the championship. Sit your ass down. You didn't do nothing. Stop it.
But I already know what you're talking about.
You know it too.
I know you know who I'm talking about. Stop it. Front runner, post one pick and sit your ass down.
Shaq and Charles Barkley have disrespected each other a
I'm
ton.
like, bruh, because there's a time where I think I had looked up a compilation of these two going back and forth at it.
Ton throughout their careers.
Because I think I wonder if he's going to show the one clip where I was just all like, hey, yo, these men about to take their suit jackets off, go at it go at it during commercial break, because I'm like, yo, these two be really going at it.
But back in 1999 is where their beef really started.
That's crazy.
But see, they've moved past this, somewhat. Now they're teamed up on Inside the NBA where they debate things live. And plenty of moments over the years got completely out of control. Like back in 2017, when Shaq agreed LeBron needed some help added to the Cavs. Charles disagreed since Cleveland had just won a championship, but Shaq took things very personally.
You played for a team that had Big Four. You forgot about that? You, Akeem, Scotty.
First of all,
it doesn't matter.
That wasn't even close.
It doesn't matter.
No, it's not even close.
It doesn't matter.
We were all old men way past our prime.
It doesn't
matter.
matter.
This guy just won the championship. He got a young Kyrie Irving and a terrific Kevin Love. And
but it takes more than that to win the championship.
They just won the championship. What do you mean it takes more?
Okay.
They just won the championship.
First of all, you know nothing about going back to back. I do and Kenny do.
Now, in most debates between these two, it always ends with Shaq yelling as loud as he can.
Yeah.
And when Charles tried to give his opinion on the 2018 playoffs, Shaq was not messing around.
He ain't got to repair nothing. You got to stop babying the players. You got baby, that's why you ain't win.
He got the. I didn't have Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant carry me up and down the court.
So why you don't hold the Because I got 3 finals MVP, Chuck.
Because you
Google me, Chuck.
Everybody
Google
knows
me,
you were a great
you
player.
see that?
Everybody
Google
knows
me.
you were a great player.
You don't know what you're talking about when it comes to championship.
No,
He ain't got to repair
that's
nothing.
not.
He got to step up and play.
We all didn't have other players carry us.
That's one thing that I talked on where it's like there's at times when it's like good players be signed to like bad teams, and I'm like, yo, it's like I can't really speak too much on like 90s basketball. I was born in 96, so I'm like I can't really say anything about it and stuff. I was a kid when all this stuff there's a portion of it I wasn't even here. Then for like the credit to the 90s and stuff, I was I was just a child. I was a baby, so I'm like I can't really speak too much on it, but I'm like I just it's one of those things. It's like players. It's like good players get signed to bad teams, and then they be expecting them to like carry them throughout. It's like they can't do all that. So
on the court, you can yell as much as you want to.
I got 3 finals MVP. How many
you are a great player.
There's even been times where these two almost fought on air, like in 2019 when Charles started calling Shaq names.
Mr. Sensitive. No, ain't no Mr. Sensitive. Do it again. I'm telling you right now.
Don't you want to weigh in on this?
No, I don't want to weigh in.
No, don't do it. Don't do it, Shaq.
You know though, I'm telling you.
Mr. Sensitive.
No, I ain't sensitive. I'm going to knock your ass out. I'm telling you right now.
Shaq takes his opinion seriously, especially when it comes to the playoffs and winning championships. And whenever Charles tries to get in the way of that, Shaq lets him know the two of them aren't on the same level. A few years ago when the Cavs were in the finals, Shaq didn't hold back when Charles interrupted him.
Another must-win for Cleveland.
My goodness.
You don't want to mess around, Chuck. You have no idea what we're talking about.
It's a real must-win for Boston.
Because you've only been to the finals once. So
I
you don't know.
wasn't riding on Dwayne Wade's and Kobe's coattails.
Doesn't matter, Chuck. I got the same thing you got, and I passed you up 10 years ago.
Just letting you know. If I had been riding on Kobe's coattails, Dwayne Wade's, and
Alonzo
Mourning, too. I forgot about him.
Must win for those guys. Everybody
and Rick
knows
Fox.
you're a bum.
Rick Fox.
People question why you're in the
Derek
Hall of Fame
Fisher.
anyway.
Why did that get so personal when we're talking about Game 5?
No, because Chuck always interrupt me. Don't interrupt me, Chuck. I'm going to punch you right in your face. I'm telling you.
Okay. We're going to be moving some furniture.
Okay, I got you.
I'm going to throw one of these chicken wings at your fat ass.
Okay.
You go sit it like one. You go grab it like one of those birds do.
You going to do what?
Come on, man. Quit screwing around.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
No, come on, man.
You don't want to get on this old cheap suit Kenny got on.
Papa was a roller.
Stab them with a tri-
Shaq can say all of these crazy things because, well, he's got the rings to back it up. Even when he was overweight, he was still a dominant force. But these guys, they let themselves go and haven't been the same since. Some of these guys gained hundreds of pounds, became criminals, armed robbers. It's just ridiculous, dude. So what are you doing? You need to click on this video, man.
Yeah. I was expecting the Charles Barkley one to be on there because I'm like, bruh, there were at times where I did see videos of like Shaq going at it with players and stuff, especially that one where he was like throwing haymakers at that one guy. But yeah, I was like, bro, like between him and Charles Barkley, there's like some things I didn't really know too much about the other beefs. Like I heard of them, but just didn't know too much about it, like how they started or how it ended. But yeah, I was like, him and Charles Barkley. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a day where you're gonna see Shaq and Charles Barkley trending on Twitter. You're gonna be trying to figure out what's going on, like what happened. And they're gonna be like, Shaq and Charles Barkley got into a fight and the table got flipped over. People tried to break it up, but they was like, nope, we ain't getting in the mix of that. And yeah, they was like, they just fought until they got till they got too tired of fighting. So anyways, yeah, I'm like, let's just see what happens in the future. I don't know. Like if I had to say when that will happen, this year or next year, I just feel like it. I don't know. But anyways, if not, then yeah, it's we just gonna have to leave the situation alone. But anyways, that was a pretty good video. Shout out to Rebound. If you guys haven't yet, let's get them to 1 million. Let's get them to 1 million subscribers. All right, so go subscribe to Rebound. Link to their channel will be in the description. Like, subscribe to me too, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.